Now in the last video we studied that if a fully charged capacitor is connected to a switch through a resistor R, and if switch is closed, then at any time the charge on the capacitor remaining will be given by this formula. This we studied in the last class, and there will be a current I flowing in this direction. So if this is the charge, then we can find out the value of current, which is given by I, which is d minus dq by dt. I already explained why this minus is here, and if we substitute, then we will get, this will be the value of I. So this current is called the discharging current because it is generated due to the discharging of capacitor. Now if we plot the current versus time graph, then at t equals to 0, when the switch is just closed, then at this point I will be equal to Q by RC. So this will be the value of Q by RC when the switch is just closed. At that instant the current in the circuit will be equal to Q by RC. So from here we can calculate the I. We can write I equals to Q by C upon R, and we already know that Q by C is equal to V, so it will be V upon R. So this means that during discharging there will be a potential difference V on capacitor. This V will be generated on capacitor, and this V is directly applied on the resistor, because here the capacitor is behaving like a battery. There is no battery connected to the circuit, so this current and the flow of charge is provided by the capacitor. So whatever is the potential on the capacitor, the same potential will appear on resistor. So V potential at t equals to 0, the potential on capacitor is V. This potential is applied on R. That means during the discharging, C is behaving like a capacitor. I hope this point is clear. So similarly, we can take at t equals to infinity, after some time, I will tend towards 0. So this, because as the capacitor keeps on discharging, the flow of charge keeps on reducing and the value of current also comes down. So at some infinite time, the I will be almost equal to 0. It will tend towards 0, and this will be considered as steady state. This will be considered at steady state, and using this we can find out various parameters like we did in the charging of capacitor. So we can write here we can find the potential difference across C as function of time, because it depends upon time. So we can write VCT, potential across C, as a function of time, and this will be equal to Q by C. So the value, will get this formula from here. Okay, similarly we can find potential difference across R as function of time, and we can write this as VRT, and this will be equal to, now we know that the same potential is appearing, whatever potential is on capacitor, same potential is appearing here. So the VRT will be equal to VCT. So this will also be equal to Q by C e to the power minus T by RC. Now we can calculate the energy as a function of time. So it will be ut, it will be given as q square upon 2c. So it will be, if you substitute it here, it will be q square, 1 r will be q square upon 2c, and e to the power minus 2t by rc. This will be your energy. Similarly, we can find out thermal power as function of time. We will write it as Pt, and it will be equal to I square R, because as we have studied already that whatever heat is produced in the circuit, it will be produced across resistor only, or if the resistor is not connected, then the heat will be produced across the conductor. Whatever resistance the conducting wire has, it will produce heat. So it will be given as I square R, and we can put the value of I from above, and we will get this expression. So these will be the values of various parameters during the discharging of RC circuit.